Get out of here, you. Let's talk about playing with our food. Gyome, Master Chef, Deck Tech. For the full deck list, check out my Archidect, which will be linked here and also in my bio. Now, Gyome Master Chef is a 5/3 with Trample, Troll Warlock for 2 black green. He's got another ability that the deck is built around where at the beginning of your end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures you had enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So basically I'm just trying to play a bunch of small, cheap creatures, so maximize the amount of food tokens I'm making, and then I use those for protection with his bottom ability. Sacrifice a food, target creature gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it. And that costs 1 mana and a food. So that's a relatively cheap way to protect him and other stuff. The main combo I like to win with is Peregrine Took and Experimental Confectioner, where you're sacrificing 3 foods to draw a card, and whenever you sacrifice a food, you make a rat, and then whenever you make a rat, you're going to make a food, so then you're going to be able to make 3 rats, 3 foods, and just keep going over and over and over. There's other combo engines in there, like Igra, Camellia, a lot of fun interactions where you're sacrificing foods and creatures and draining your opponents out with some drain effects. I've also got other things in the deck that try to capitalize off of utilizing food for comboing and going infinite and draining your opponents out, like Cauldron Familiar. I'm going to lay out a bunch of other cards that either interact with food or make food, that are cards that I've chosen to include in particular, either because of their versatility or the fact that they're a creature, or they make a food token and do another effect at a relatively low cost. Some of the more deep card interactions and strategies I can go into in a much longer video, probably a 10 to maybe even 20-minute video if I did a full deck tech on all of this. If that's something that you're interested in, you just gotta let me know. Comment, let me know that you want a full deck tech, and that's something I can do. And since this is a combo deck, I've got a couple fun tutors in there, like Thorn Vault Forager, which can go and get Camellia for the squirrel-based combo. I got a couple of tutor cards that go and grab creatures so that I can combo off with them. I really think if I was going to upgrade this deck, the tutors would be something I could upgrade. And I could also upgrade my land base a little bit. I could probably upgrade a couple of cards here and there. There's a card in Foundations called Midnight Snack. This one. I'm thinking about putting this in the deck, but I've got to cut something and put this in still, so I got to figure that out. Let me know what you think.